correction addendum, I'm going to read the person's assertion and do the correction, and I'll make the other video unlisted and put a link to it below in this one. Hillary Clinton was able to represent an inventor named Ralph S. Hafle in 1976 and 1984 for U.S. patents 3974428 and 3976997 and patent number 4628298, as she worked at the Rose Law Firm from 1976 to 1992. So technically she could have been involved in that. For whatever reasons, and you can all decide which ones they are, every website refuses to give a clear and straight answer. How long did she work at it? It doesn't matter if she broke up the time she worked there and worked later. That's the maximum durations. So during those periods of time, she could have been involved in it. The idea that she would be responsible for telling a patent person, as a patent attorney or a representative in patent activity, to alter a design so that she could take over your car or a airplane and crash it so that she could get rid of political opponents is horse shit, because the QRS11, which is what you're talking about, that may not even have these patents associated with it, still has no input to make it hijackable. And here are the pinouts. QRS11 solder pin assignment. Note that there's no RF input or anything listed. So here we go. No connections on pin 1, pin 6, and this is what's listed. And now I found two different versions of the pinout thing, but they're PDFs and they were turned to text, so it could be screw up. Pin 2 is the self-test input. It's the only input on the darn thing, and it's for giving it an instruction to do a self-test internally and then give it a go, no-go output. It's not for shutting it down or anything. Pin 3 is positive voltage input, and power ground is the next wire. The bit output, or BIT output, excuse me, could be either one. Again, I was doing a PDF. Is where the data comes out of it that it's reading out. And this could be dynamically done, angular data, or whatever. Number 7 is rate output, probably for synchronization or for other data. And signal ground is number 8. And negative voltage input, it's a power input, it's not a data input, is number 9. And then case ground for the frame, is for the object, is 10. So it has a couple of grounds. One of them is for data, one of them is for electrical, and one of them is for the physical casing, which is a good idea. As a standard procedure, depending on what you're doing, to prevent noise, they all go to one point. This is sometimes called a star system or whatever. So the assertion was this: yes, the QRS11 was designed so that it could be tapped into from an exterior sources. No, it's not. It wasn't designed to do that. And if you look at the patents, if you're an electronics engineering technician, which is actually what I'm trained as, it doesn't have that ability, at least not in those patents that I could see. You'd have to show me somebody with an electronics engineering background or just an ability to point to it on a picture. It could be triggered to shut down a plane or take control of the steering of vehicles. No, it can't. All it acts as an input sensor to the system of what's happening around it. It does not receive signals from space satellites or something. It isn't. That has nothing to do with how it works. This is basically a gyroscope. It reads out angular rotation, and you need 3 of them to get 3D stuff. That would be an airplane, and in a car you just need 1 of them basically. This is why Hillary Clinton, the Rose Law Firm, and others had such an interest in the patent. But why would they have an interest in the patent if you can't do anything other than have it just tell you whether or not I'm rotating like this much? That's its entire purpose of the device we're talking about. As for these patents, I haven't even seen evidence that they're really directly associated with it. The patent listings are below in the PDF format, which is the original, and it doesn't show any signs that Hillary Clinton or that law firm were actually involved in helping doing the patent. Now, it could have been. It could be missing data, but you'd have to show that they actually had something to do with the patent process. And the patents occurred in 1976 and 1986, 10 years apart. And yes, that is within the window of time she was associated with that law firm, but you have to show that he was actually not only a person who was taken care of by the law firm, but that she had anything to do with this. And nobody's provided any source of that. And I'm still saying that Abel Danger is an idiot for saying these kind of things. This is not even a loose connection. This is really crap. Because the assertion is that a patent lawyer is going to have any effect on a patent, except to make sure that the patent goes through. A patent lawyer's job, if it's a patent lawyer, and I don't think she's a patent lawyer by definition. It's a very specific type of job. You may have more qualifications than she does. Requires that you look up previous works and make sure the patent goes through, at least back then. These days you can patent anything you want to, nobody checks anything. But what influence would she have to make this work? Or are you claiming she was interested in it because you could break into it? And again, you'd have to show it could be broken into. It's a technical subject. That's not something you go on YouTube to check on, but if you're insisting on using Abel Danger and other people, you have to use the one that sounds credible and sane, not the person who sounds incredibly insane, who keeps posting nasty grams about his sister. That's not really accomplishing anything. Anyway, the link's below in the description for your use and amusement, and I might have even gotten the pinout wrong, but the only inputs are electrical, power, source, and that's it, and one test input. Are you claiming that test input, which would normally not be connected to anything except a jumper connector on the circuit board, was hooked up so it could be quote-unquote hijacked? Again, all it does is read out we're rotating plus or minus 1/10 of a degree or something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that, and I hope this has been useful to everybody watching. But yes, technically, Hillary Clinton was at a law firm during the time these were patented, but you have to show that she had, or the company had, something to do with the patent. Somehow. Maybe she was investigating someone else's patent and then noted it.